the Philippines. An archipelago now bustling with over 106 million people and an annual population growth rate of over 1.5%. Its fast-growing population and industries drive the increasing demand for electricity. An interconnected grid of power plants and transmission lines all across the country strive to meet this demand. At the heart of the Luzon grid lies CBK, the Caliraya Hydroelectric Power Plant, the Botocan Hydroelectric Power Plant, and the Kalayaan Pumped Storage Power Plant, where the Philippines' quest for efficient and clean power began. In 1895, towards the end of the Spanish rule, the streets of Manila were first lighted using electricity by La Electricista. This is the beginning of electric power in the Philippines. In 1930, during the American colonial period, the first hydropower plant in the country was built in Mahayhay, Laguna by the Manila Electric and Railway Company, or Meralco. Using the Botocan River as its water source, the run-of-river plant produced almost 17 megawatts to power more homes in Manila and the beginnings of a railway in the country. The Philippine Commonwealth Government, through the newly established National Power Corporation, or NPC, started the construction of the Caliraya Dam in 1939 to further develop hydroelectric power and meet the energy demand of a modernizing country. The Caliraya Hydroelectric Power Plant was completed in 1945, producing 32 megawatts of electric power. In 1982, the NPC commissioned Kalayaan Stage 1, the very first pumped storage power plant in Southeast Asia. It had a generating capacity of 300 megawatts. After the completion of Kalayaan Stage 1, no new plants were built to meet the growing energy demand. So that by the early 1990s, as demand exceeded supply, power crisis swept across the country. Regular brownouts and power rationing were the order of the day. This triggered a clamor to liberalize and modernize the industry. The private sector was once again enjoined to take part in energy development through the Build, Operate, and Transfer schemes. In 1993, the Philippine government received an unsolicited proposal from an Argentine firm, Industrias Metalúrgicas Pescarmona Sociedad Anónima, or IMPSA, to rehabilitate the Caliraya, Botocan, and Kalayaan power plants. The proposal survived a Swiss challenge and was granted a Build, Rehabilitate, Operate, and Transfer, or BROT agreement for 25 years. The CBK Power Company Limited was born, a special purpose company tasked to implement the BROT agreement to rehabilitate Caliraya and Botocan hydroelectric power plants and Kalayaan Pumped Storage Power Plant Stage 1. Implement the construction of Kalayaan Pumped Storage Power Plant Stage 2. Rehabilitate Caliraya Dam and construct a new spillway. Operate all hydropower plants. And transfer all hydropower plants to the government after 25 years in 2026. When CBK Power Company Limited took over the operations in 2001, the company installed new generating units in the Botocan Hydroelectric Power Plant, rehabilitated its dam, waterway, and penstock, and constructed an overflow spillway. Upon completion in 2003, the plant's guaranteed capacity increased to 20.8 megawatts. Lake Caliraya is the water source for the Caliraya and Kalayaan power plants. It is a man-made reservoir created by building a dam to block the water flow of the Caliraya River. The company rehabilitated the Caliraya Dam and built a new spillway designed to discharge more than 500 cubic meters of water per second. In 2002, CBK also completed the rehabilitation of the Caliraya hydroelectric power plant for a total guaranteed capacity of 22.6 megawatts. In the same year, CBK upgraded Kalayaan Stage 1, increasing the guaranteed capacity from 300 to 336 megawatts by installing a new Francis turbine runner. In November 2003, the construction of Kalayaan Stage 2 was completed, with a total guaranteed capacity of 348.6 megawatts, doubling the Kalayaan plant complex capacity to 684.6 megawatts. The Kalayaan power plants mainly serve as a large peaking facility for the Luzon grid. Its primary function is to provide ancillary services to the grid, such as black start capability, regulating reserve, contingency reserve, dispatchable reserve, and reactive power support to stabilize grid operation. The rehabilitation and construction of the CBK power plants were completed 3 months ahead of schedule and increased the complex total capacity from 349 to 728 megawatts. In 2009, the control systems of the 4 plants were integrated. Using microwave radio communication, the plants are now remotely operated from the main control room, located in the Kalayaan pumped storage power plant.
CBK complex has 3 power plants, both Botochan and Kariraya hydroelectric power plants provide renewable energy. It's very important to prevent global warming. Meanwhile, Kalayaan pumped storage power plants provide all kinds of ancillary services. It's very important to maintain the frequency and the voltage in the Luzon grid.
As a company, we are committed to maintaining the 3 plants for maximum availability in all modes of operation. To achieve this, we have developed a comprehensive maintenance program and an ongoing improvement based on equipment condition through recent available technologies in the power industry. Everyone in the company has a role in achieving this goal, so we encourage and inspire employees to fulfill their specific tasks thoroughly.
CBK Power Company Limited is steadfast in its dedication to ensure that the workplace offers both secure and conducive environment for the well-being and productivity of its employees. This commitment underscores the company's unwavering support on creating an environment where employees can thrive, feel protected, and receive the support they need in order to excel in their respective roles. The mission of the company is to assure the capacity and availability of our projects for maximum return while creating a workplace, giving employees a rewarding career in a safe working environment.
CBK contributes to the Philippines by providing services that ensure the stability of the Luzon grid. We provide efficient management and operation of power plants by utilizing our rich experiences in various kinds of power plants in the world.
The Caliraya, Botocan, and Kalayaan power plants have gone a long way since the CBK Power Company Limited took over operations. More powerful and efficient, they generate clean, indigenous, and pollution-free energy. The team of competent and dedicated staff and engineers behind its operations ensure the power plants perform at their best capacity, ready to fulfill its role in the Luzon grid and the country's growing need for electric power. The Earth is covered mostly with water, an essential resource to life on our blue planet. Since ancient history, we humans have harnessed water to provide motor power to our activities. Hydroelectric power uses the potential energy of water to generate electricity. CBK operates 3 types of hydroelectric power plants. The Botocan hydroelectric power plant is a run-of-river plant. It relies on water currents and does not require a large reservoir. Water from the upstream is diverted to the powerhouse to generate electricity and released back to the river. Another type, the dam storage hydropower plant, harnesses the stored energy of water in a large reservoir, such as the Caliraya Lake. As the water from the Caliraya Reservoir flows down through the penstock, its potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. The high water pressure then drives the Francis turbines to produce electricity. Depending on the operation, they can control the amount of electricity generated. The Caliraya hydroelectric power plant belongs to this type of hydropower plant. The Kalayaan hydroelectric power plants are unique for their pumped storage capability. Unlike the Caliraya and Botocan hydroelectric power plants, water in pumped storage plants flow in two directions. It could be used to either store energy or generate electricity.
Bilang isang operations engineer, ako yung nagmo-monitor dito at naghahanda ng ating planta during startup and shutdown. Fully automated na naman yung system natin dito sa planta, kaya mag-isa lang ako dito na nag-ooperate. So, coordinated naman ako sa control room in any case na merong mga abnormalities.
When power demand is low, the surplus electricity costs cheaper. Using the cheap electricity from the grid to power the generator and drive the reversible Francis turbines, the Kalayaan plants pump water from the lower reservoir, Laguna Bay, to the upper reservoir, Caliraya Lake. The process converts electricity to kinetic energy, then to gravitational potential energy, a process similar to charging batteries. The capability to refill the upper reservoir also ensures that there is enough water to generate power, even during the dry season. During peak hours when offices and factories are operating, electricity demand and cost increase. The plants now generate power.
Dito sa control room ng Kalayaan Power Plant, dito namin na-monitor at na-control lahat ng units ng tatlong planta ng CBK. Nandito ang SCADA at CCTV ni Botocan, Caliraya, Kalayaan 1 and 2. Though nandito lang ang control, in case na mawala ang communication, SCADA or telephone, available naman lahat ng control at sequence na pwede namin gawin dito sa bawat powerhouse ng tatlong planta.
Water from Lake Caliraya flows through an open canal, leading to the Kalayaan intake. Then goes through a 5.5 to 6 meter diameter penstock. The penstock divides into two to feed the two reversible Francis turbines and generating electricity that is put back into the grid. The water is then released back to Laguna Bay. The CBK hydroelectric power plants harness the power of water to generate electricity that is clean and sustainable. As a responsible corporate citizen, CBK Power Company Limited commits itself to 3 core corporate social responsibility programs.
CBK operations are conducted in an environmentally responsible manner and complies with all the applicable environmental laws and regulations towards the reductions of environmental impact and prevention of pollution.
It stands by its commitment to provide a safe and healthful workplace.
It is a big challenge to ensure the safety of our workforce and operate in a manner that is mindful of our environment. But we try our best to maintain a zero-accident culture. Everyone in the company is expected to maintain a high level of dedication to safety. We treat these challenges as an opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to safety and the environment.
CBK not only provides electric power, but it also empowers local communities where its facilities are located through its social development programs.
CBK Power has been an active player in the development of communities. We believe that through sustainable community development programs, CBK Power could fulfill its legal and social mandates through its social development programs, implementation of the DOE ER1-94, and conduct of plant tours. DOE ER1-94 is the implementing rules and regulations under DOE Act of 1992, which devised the ways and means of giving direct benefits to host beneficiaries through 1 centavo per kilowatt-hour of the electricity sales of the generation company. CBK also accommodates students, organizations, and other companies for plant tour to 3 different plants: to Kalayaan Pump Storage Power Plant Phase 1 and 2, to Kaliraya Hydroelectric Power Plant, and to Botocan Hydroelectric Power Plant. Through these efforts, we hope to show that CBK could make lasting contribution to host communities.
CBK endeavors to assist community members who seek to attain better livelihoods through its Development and Livelihood Program. It partners with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, TESDA, for trainings that provide people with opportunities to attain better livelihoods.
Dahil sa training ng CBK, nagkaroon ako ng kaalaman sa pagwe-welding at ito'y nakatulong sa akin upang magkaroon ng magandang trabaho at makapasok sa malaking kumpanya.
CBK also contributes to realizing facilities that benefit the greater community. It organizes seminars that facilitate dissemination of information concerning the community and company. CBK promotes healthful living by providing assistance to community endeavors that nurture public health and wellness. The well-being of our natural environment is essential to human survival. CBK helps sustain local efforts that protect, rehabilitate, and care for the environment. The company promotes sportsmanship and physical fitness by providing sports equipment and facilities to local communities and schools. Cultural activities bind the community by giving them a strong sense of identity and heritage. CBK supports the local traditions of its host communities. Education can unlock the potential role our young people can play in the progress of their families and communities. CBK provides scholarships to deserving students.
Dati, itong bahay namin, pinagtagpi-tagping lang to, and ngayon, nagawa na namin itong konkretong bato. At isa to sa mga pangarap namin, at pangarap ko para sa pamilya namin. And napapasalamat ko sa CBK talaga palagi sa ibinigay nilang opportunity sa akin noon as the first batch of CBK scholars.
It augments the limited resources of public schools as it pursues projects that enhance education and welfare of their students.
Napakapalad po ng paaralang ito dahil sa layo po ng lugar na ito ay nakakaabot na ang CBK. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po ang CBK.
The Philippines' fast-growing population and desire to advance industries drive the increasing demand for electricity. The opportunities for developments in the energy sector are highly anticipated. CBK Power Company Limited continues to provide a clean, stable, and reliable supply of electricity to power the needs of the Filipino people.